So I've changed career twice, and both were really different, but actually not that easy. But especially the second time, I found things really, really hard. So I had been a banker, and then I had a baby, and I think we both know that can changes everything in your career. And I'd always thought that I would just have this baby and I would just pop straight back to work really, really quickly and continue in my drive to be really successful and have this massive city career. And I had this baby and I suddenly thought, oh my God, if I go back to this job, I'm never going to see him, and I just can't bear it. But what I don't think I had realised was that my identity and my confidence and my self-worth was so tied up in what I did. And also that my kind of how I was viewing success, or how I was defining success, was so rigid and so bound up with job title and money and power. So I didn't go back, but then I had to change career and I had to find something else to do. But nothing seemed right and nothing seemed successful because I was still living by these old goals that I had around money and having like a really good job title. And it was only when I started to realise that actually what's important to me has changed quite a lot. And some of those things, it's still important to make money and put food on the table, but that's not really the most important thing anymore. It's more important for me to do something that I love, and more important for me to have balance in that, as well as other traditional parts of success. That was when I was able to really start to work out what I would want to do, and realise that careers and coaching would be the right way to go.
So how do you actually redefine your success? As Fenella has done, she's had 2 career changes, and today the odds are that most of us probably won't have a job for life. We're going to have a series of videos on how you redefine your success, because obviously it isn't a kind of one-hit wonder, and we're going to start at the beginning. And really the best way to redefine your success is to look back into the past and to work out those moments where your happiness levels were really in line with what you were doing. Because when you can be analytical about what you've already done, it can really help you understand your ideals and your values, and ultimately help you redefine your success.
So how do you do it? Well, there's a really simple exercise that you can do, and it will only take you 10 minutes, as with all our tips. If you get a piece of paper and you have 2 coloured pens, draw a graph where up and down is how happy or sad that you felt, and along the bottom you've got time, so how old you were at the time. Draw the first line to show your working life, how you had maybe some peaks, maybe at school or maybe in a first job, or different moments that were amazing, but you might have also had some troughs, just like I did when I had my first child and realised that my old career just didn't fit anymore. Then you can fit your life into that as well. So maybe some of those were echoed in your life, but maybe some were completely opposite. Like for me, having a baby, it was great. So my work and my life were at opposite ends of the spectrum at that point. Draw those 2 lines, just as we've shown you and explained, and then you can look back and really pinpoint what was it at that moment that made things go so well? What was it at that moment that was a common theme that made things not go so well? And as Alice says, you start to draw out the values and the motivators that really work for you. You start to define what success looks like to you, and you can then extrapolate that into looking for a new career that will fulfill all of those desires. Are you changing career or trying to redefine your success? We'd love to hear your comment or any questions below. We always try to answer. For more information and quick work hacks, then subscribe on our YouTube channel right here, or go to our website and sign up for our newsletter, where you'll get loads more advice and tips.
And obviously make sure that you follow us across our social platforms. We're at the Step Up Club on Instagram and Twitter, and we're also on Facebook.